a concept of time as something multidimensional is now not so far-fetched, and ironically that idea is slowly starting to catch up with what religions have always said about time, including Islam. So Islam holds that there are many different levels of existence. There are also many different levels, even going into what you could call the heavenly realms, and there are different levels going down into what could be called the realms of misery. Maybe that's a better way of putting it. The realms of misery and wretchedness. So, as I've said in previous videos, one concept of time, which is now the kind of perspective of time that has now been globalized, it's been exported, is that time exists only within this material level of existence. It is linear. It consists of seconds, minutes, hours, days, months, years that pass and are gone forever. The secular concept of time is also, as I've said in previous videos, that as time passes, humanity progresses. Humanity gathers knowledge, and with that knowledge, humanity develops. And here we are now in this day and age, the early years of the 21st century, and we are living in a world where actually there is a lot of confusion. People are feeling ill at ease with many things that are happening in the global society. In fact, looking back, I remember when globalization in the 1990s was quite a optimistic idea, as people used to call it, the global village. It used to be something made you feel confident and positive about the future. But globalization today has a different meaning, especially as we see that a big part of that is the increasing levels of global control. So the honeymoon period has worn off, and we're now starting to see some quite strange developments in this era of globalization. And with those developments, when you look at, as an example, what Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his holy progeny have said, his successor who came after him, Ali ibn Abi Talib, also has talked about future times. And I've often argued that it's not so far-fetched to think that a prophet or a prophet's successor, an imam, might be able to see what the future looks like, since even in a more kind of regular day-to-day fashion, we have people who have psychic abilities. I mean, quite ordinary people have psychic abilities, and they are able to see things of the future, although sometimes those things may not be clear. So your average psychic person sometimes may confuse things that they see in the future, but on an anecdotal level, I've spoken to so many people who say, this person said this was going to happen to me, and it happened. I think there is enough evidence now for it to be demonstrated that on an ordinary level, the ability to see certain events in the future is not that unusual.